Did you see this video where this couple, originally from Argentina, who voted for Trump, are upset that their son, who's a green card holder, is currently being detained by ICE?
Un incidente que terminó siendo un misdemeanor. Cumplió con todos los requisitos, al pie de la letra. Entonces se terminó el caso, se cerró ese mes. Lo detuvieron en el aeropuerto de LA, lo mandaron a un county jail en North Carolina por 3 días y luego lo movieron aquí a donde estamos ahora.
Él dijo que iba a ir por todos los delincuentes que entraron ilegal.
Y lo dijo muy claro.
Lo dijo bien claro.
Pero pasamos de tener una puerta abierta completamente a cerrarla con 10 rojos.
Es un engaño masivo lo que hizo. Es un mentiroso. Está mucha gente enojada. Y no solo inmigrantes. Gente que vive aquí, que tiene generaciones y generaciones.
Donald Trump rode that golden escalator into the political arena, waving promises of border walls and America first like a magician's wand. Most Latinos were expected to run in the opposite direction. And many did. But not all of them. Against all odds, and let's be real, against the judgment of some of their own families and neighbors, a passionate group calling themselves Latinos for Trump emerged. They weren't just silent voters. They rallied. They showed up to campaign events, waving American flags and chanting "Build the Wall," alongside crowds who probably never expected to see them there. Why? The reasons were complex. Many believed Trump's tough immigration rhetoric wasn't aimed at them. They were citizens, veterans, legal residents, hardworking small business owners. They believed his message was only meant for the bad hombres Trump had warned about.
Here we are. But I also say that it's multifaceted, multi-layered, because there is machismo that exists and internalized oppression, internalized racism that exists within our community, the Latino community. There's also colorism that exists within our community. So many of us are raised and brought up to believe that darkness is a bad thing. That if you're more claro, if you're more lighter, that you will have it better or that you are better. Like many of us are socialized, whether or not even our families are aware of it, but are socialized to believe things like that. To want to be closer to whiteness, to be bought into proximity to whiteness. And a lot of people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to admit it. Whatever, that is their own thing. But I am naming the things that are prevalent in our freaking community. Anti-blackness is a major thing that exists in our community. Okay? All of this stuff contributed. But I will also say the lack of empathy for immigrants. The fact that people feel like because they're second generation or third generation that they are better because they didn't have to immigrate here. This country was stolen from indigenous people, from white people that immigrated here. Again, something that people don't seem to want to talk about or acknowledge, but it is the reality. So for people to feel like, oh, well, they're only going to take the criminal. No, you see what's happening right now. You see what's happening right now. And Latinos, so many Latinos that are now being like, oh my gosh, I didn't know it was going to happen. Oh, I regret my decision. Oh. Well, look at you now. Look at us now. Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening.
The old mechanical policy. How does a community reconcile its identity when the leader they supported turns around and targets them? And here's the most chilling question. Will this be the moment that permanently fractures Latino support for Trump and the GOP? Or will some still cling to the belief that their sacrifice is for the greater good of America's borders? The truth is, no one knows how this will play out. One thing is certain, though. Latino voters are watching, and so is the world. I'll leave you with that thought. Go ahead and hit the like button because this conversation is far from over. Drop your thoughts below, whether you agree, disagree, or have your own personal experience to share. And don't forget to subscribe to Trend Feed for more of these raw,
That was an ICE raid that took place in Massachusetts on Thursday. Neighbors were trying to stop these agents from detaining a mother who was with 2 young children, including a newborn baby. Those screams that you heard in that video are of family members, friends, loved ones watching their lives and their family get ripped apart right in front of them simply because Donald Trump has a vendetta against people who don't look like him or don't speak like him or don't pray like him or don't love like him. And let me just be 100% honest, no BS, because I'm sick of people being nice about this stuff. If you watched that video and you smiled and you laughed and you were happy and you think that this is a good thing, you are a bad person. Your morals are bad, and Donald Trump is a horrible human being for doing this to people. Plain and simple.
It's buyer's remorse at a level no voter ever wants to experience. Some Trump-voting Latinos have remained loyal, arguing that tough enforcement is a necessary evil for national security. This is what we signed up for, they say, with a mix of pride and grim acceptance. But for others, the betrayal has been too bitter to swallow.
It's been a little over 100 days since this administration took office. Until this day, I still get asked, how? How did Latinos, how did your community vote for him? And honestly, it is multi-layered and multifaceted. Let me tell you that I am also not one of the people that voted for him. And I say it's multi-layered, multifaceted because I think there's multiple reasons. Sure, there's a concern around misinformation and disinformation having taken advantage of our community or having people confused. I think that's one part of it. Another part of it is, frankly, racism, misogyny, the fact that many Latinos didn't want a Black and Asian woman to take office, the fact that many Latinos thought that because he is a man that he would somehow save the economy or do a better job at the economy, when in fact she actually has a degree in economy and fully had laid out plans and told us that what would be happening as far as the tariffs are concerned. Kamala Harris did tell us what would happen, and here we are.
When admired his promises of lower taxes, deregulation, job creation, and a strong economy, they wanted to protect what they had worked so hard for. One Latino Trump supporter from Florida summed it up like this: "I'm American first. Trump speaks for us patriots. I never thought I'd have to worry about him turning on us." Well, plot twist. Since Trump's stunning 2025 comeback to the Oval Office, things have gotten ugly. The immigration crackdown has been relentless. ICE raids have returned with full force, spreading fear through Latino neighborhoods from Los Angeles to Houston to Miami. Detainees include not just undocumented immigrants, but also legal residents swept up by overzealous agents, leaving families scrambling for answers. There have been reports of parents pulled from their cars while taking their children to school, elderly abuelas detained at community centers, U.S. citizens mistakenly caught in the dragnet, only to be released after days of chaos. The result? Families shattered, businesses understaffed, schools with rows of empty desks where students once sat, community leaders stepping in to create emergency safe havens. And the most painful irony of all? Many of the people living this nightmare proudly cast ballots for the man responsible.
Wow, how crazy is it that Make America Great Again just means destroying the economy for everyone except for billionaires, and making immigrants live in fear, and shitting all over the Constitution and making the rest of the world hate us. It's crazy.
Former supporters have burned their MAGA hats. Facebook groups once titled Latinos for Trump 2024 have gone silent or turned into angry forums for those venting about how they were fooled by a candidate they trusted. The media has dubbed this crisis the Latino MAGA backlash, and it's forced a hard national conversation. What happens when loyalty collides with
I'm already heartbroken myself, and I can't already imagine little kids whose families are breaking apart because of this.
My husband was picked up by ICE this morning on his way to work. It happened at 7 in the morning.
Comply. Yes or no? No, you're not getting, you okay? Right here, sir. Were you going to comply? Yes or no? You are not getting their information, bro. Sir, you are not getting the information. Right now. You are not getting the information. Sir, open the door right now. Here we come. Y'all boys, you break my window?
In when we standing on business, I'm a big stepper, underground methods.
And now they keep calling me, they kicking me out, and they breaking
my family apart.